Ladies and gentlemen, 2026 is not waiting to see who you were in 2025. It does not care about your excuses, your delays, or the plans you never finished. A new year does not negotiate with the old version of you. It simply arrives and asks one question: who are you prepared to become now? Everything begins with a decision. The moment you decide to take control of your life, you start to reshape your destiny. Too many people drift through life, waiting for the perfect opportunity, the ideal circumstance, or a miraculous sign from the universe. They think change will come to them, that success will knock on their door, or that someone else will hand them the life they desire. But life does not wait. An opportunity favors those who act. Deciding to rebuild your life is not a dramatic, single action. It is a quiet, firm commitment to no longer accept the life you have tolerated. It is a personal declaration that the past will not define you, that failure will not stop you, and that excuses have no home in your future. A decision is not a wish, nor is it hope. It is the starting point of action. Without it, all plans remain ideas, and dreams remain fantasies. Once you decide, clarity begins to emerge. You start to see where you have been wasting time, where your habits have betrayed you, and where your energy has been scattered. Decision sharpens your focus and gives purpose to every step you take. It allows you to separate what truly matters from distractions that steal your time and attention. When you make the decision to rebuild, you also declare your willingness to face discomfort. Growth is not comfortable. It is inconvenient, challenging, and often misunderstood by others. People may doubt you, ridicule your ambition, or resist the changes you make. But a decision to rebuild is stronger than their opinions. It anchors you in persistence, so that when the road becomes difficult or progress seems slow, you continue forward. This decision also transforms your mindset. You begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to strengthen your character. Every setback becomes a lesson, every challenge a chance to prove your resilience. A decision shifts your life from passive observation to active creation. It turns someday into today. It transforms intentions into actions and potential into results. When you commit, you also take ownership of your habits, because your life is the sum of what you consistently do. You no longer wait for motivation or external validation. You create your momentum through action. The decision to rebuild is not about perfection or instant results. It is about direction. It is the acknowledgement that your choices matter, your efforts accumulate, and your persistence will ultimately define your success. One firm decision, made with clarity and determination, can alter the trajectory of your entire life. It is the spark that ignites change, the first brick laid in the foundation of a new future, and the signal to the universe that you are ready to live the life you were meant to lead. Not a wish, not a hope, not a fleeting thought that drifts through your mind like a cloud, but a firm, resolute choice that you are done living the way you have been living. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment, waiting for luck, waiting for circumstances to change. They wait for someone else to create opportunities for them, to tell them what to do, or to hand them the success they desire. But life does not wait. Life does not negotiate. Life only rewards those who act. And action begins with decision. Deciding to rebuild your life is a statement. It is a personal declaration that your past will no longer control your future, that mistakes and failures are not your destiny, and that mediocrity is no longer acceptable. A decision is not about being fearless. It is about being committed despite fear. It is not about having all the answers. It is about starting where you are, using what you have, and moving forward with purpose. Once you make this decision, everything changes. You start seeing your habits, routines, and choices with clarity. You recognize which patterns serve your growth and which ones sabotage it. You begin to take responsibility for your time, your energy, and your actions. You stop blaming others, stop waiting for external validation, and start taking full control of the direction of your life. This decision is the foundation of momentum. Small actions gain power because they are fueled by intent. Waking up earlier, learning a new skill, speaking with more clarity, or taking responsibility for difficult conversations becomes meaningful because they are steps taken after a conscious choice. Decision transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary progress. It also prepares you for discomfort because rebuilding is never easy. Change challenges your comfort zones. It demands persistence when progress is invisible, courage when failure threatens, and patience when results are delayed. But the person who has made a clear decision continues anyway. They do not let fear, doubt, or criticism derail them because they have committed themselves to something greater than the moment. Decision is the spark that ignites growth. Without it, you drift. With it, you create. It is the anchor that keeps you steady when storms come and the engine that propels you forward when opportunities appear. One deliberate decision, made with intention and courage, can redirect your entire life. It marks the end of excuses, the beginning of responsibility, and the start of transformation. If you want 2026 to be different, your life to be different, and yourself to be different, it begins with this: deciding. Decide today that you will rebuild. Decide that you will act. Decide that your past is no longer your prison. Decide that you are capable, worthy, and committed. Every step, every effort, every change starts with that one powerful choice. Success is not built in a day. It is built in the quiet, ordinary moments that most people overlook. While others wait for inspiration, for a big break, or for the perfect circumstances, the person who rebuilds their life understands the power of daily disciplines. These are the small, consistent actions that over time compound into extraordinary results. The truth is, extraordinary people do not necessarily have extraordinary talent. They have extraordinary habits. Reading a few pages a day may seem insignificant, but over a year, it can transform your knowledge, your perspective, and your mind. Practicing one skill consistently may feel slow, but it creates mastery that lasts a lifetime. Saving a small portion of your income may seem minor today, but over time, it builds financial strength and freedom. These actions, seemingly ordinary and repetitive, are the building blocks of an extraordinary life. Daily disciplines create momentum. They train your mind to focus, your body to persist, and your character to strengthen. When you commit to doing the right things consistently, you no longer rely on fleeting motivation. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline endures. Discipline allows you to continue when you do not feel like it, to keep going when results are invisible, and to move forward when the world doubts you. Every great achievement in history is the result of someone doing small, disciplined actions over time. There are no shortcuts, only compounding effort. The small decisions you make every day, what you read, who you spend time with, how you manage your energy, are far more powerful than any single dramatic act. Discipline shapes your identity. You are not only what you do occasionally, you are what you do consistently. By embracing daily disciplines, you begin to become the person capable of achieving your goals. You align your habits with your vision, and your vision becomes inevitable because it is supported by action. Many people fail not because they lack intelligence or opportunity, but because they refuse to commit to the slow, steady process of improvement. They want change to be instant, transformation to be easy, and results to appear without effort. But life rewards consistency, not convenience. Daily disciplines also protect you from chaos. When life feels unpredictable, when circumstances threaten to overwhelm you, habits anchor you. They create stability, structure, and a foundation on which you can grow. You become resilient because your progress is not dependent on external factors. It is generated from within. To rebuild your life in 2026, you must embrace these daily disciplines. They may seem small, even mundane, but they are the quiet force that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Every page you read, every skill you practice, every choice you make that aligns with your vision compounds over time. It is these small, intentional actions that carry you from where you are to where you want to be. Ordinary actions, executed consistently, are what create an extraordinary life. Growth does not happen in comfort. It never has, and it never will. The truth is that life's greatest rewards are always hidden behind challenges, struggles, and discomfort. If you want to rebuild your life in 2026, you must first accept that discomfort is not your enemy. It is your guide. Comfort is expensive. It costs you your potential, your progress, and your purpose. It lulls you into mediocrity, whispers excuses, and convinces you that it is safer to stay where you are. But comfort does not produce transformation. It preserves stagnation. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, every time you face what you fear, and every time you push past resistance, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Discomfort is the gym where character is built. It is the furnace where resilience is forged. You will never discover your true capacity by doing only what is easy, convenient, or familiar. Life tests you to see whether you will shrink from challenge or rise to it. And those who rise are the ones who achieve greatness. This is why rebuilding your life requires deliberate action in the face of unease. You must be willing to do what others avoid. Take responsibility for what is difficult. Face your weaknesses, confront your fears, and hold yourself accountable even when it hurts. Progress and discomfort are inseparable. The more you grow, the more uncomfortable the journey becomes. Because growth stretches you, challenges old habits, and forces you to leave behind outdated beliefs. But discomfort is temporary. What you gain from facing it lasts a lifetime. The discipline you build today becomes the strength you carry tomorrow. Every small decision to embrace what is hard compounds over time into a life that is resilient, capable, and extraordinary. People avoid discomfort because it feels unpleasant now, but the regret of never trying is far worse. Avoiding the challenge does not protect you, it limits you. Rebuilding your life requires a mindset that welcomes discomfort as a signal that you are on the right path. It is a reminder that you are stretching, learning, and moving closer to your potential. Do not seek life that feels easy. Seek life that grows you. Seek challenges that sharpen your mind, strengthen your habits, and refine your character. The road to success is never smooth. It is filled with obstacles, resistance, and moments when quitting seems easier. But those who endure discomfort, who keep moving forward when it is hard, are the ones who ultimately succeed. If you are willing to embrace discomfort, to face resistance with courage, and to push beyond what feels safe, you will discover a strength you never knew existed. Your 2026 will be defined not by the comfort you cling to, but by the courage you summon. Choose growth over ease. Choose resilience over avoidance. Choose discomfort, because it is the pathway to the life you were meant to build. Your environment shapes your destiny. Every person, every place, and every influence in your life either lifts you higher or holds you back. If you want to rebuild your life in 2026, you must take a hard look at the world around you and ask yourself whether it supports your growth or drains it. Too many people blame their circumstances, insisting they cannot succeed because the situation is difficult or the people around them are negative. The truth is, your environment may challenge you, but it does not control you unless you allow it to. If the people you spend the most time with are unmotivated, critical, or unsupportive, their mindset will slowly infect yours. Their excuses become familiar. Their fears become your fears. Their habits become your habits. Rebuilding your life requires courage to step away from those who hinder your progress and to seek out those who inspire it. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who hold you accountable, and who push you to reach higher. These are the people who will remind you of your potential when doubt creeps in, who will celebrate your wins, and who will encourage persistence when obstacles appear. Your environment also includes your daily surroundings, the places you work, the media you consume, and the routines you follow. If your surroundings are cluttered, chaotic, or filled with negativity, your focus will be fragmented, your energy depleted, and your vision clouded. To rebuild your life, you must intentionally shape your environment. Create spaces that inspire focus, discipline, and creativity. Fill your mind with knowledge, wisdom, and encouragement. Remove distractions that steal your attention from your priorities. Change is not comfortable, and it is not easy, because letting go of people, habits, or places that feel familiar requires courage. But comfort often comes at the cost of your potential. If you want to grow, you must be willing to take risks in your environment. Seek relationships, communities, and mentors that elevate your thinking and hold you to higher standards. Step into spaces where your vision is possible and your ambition is understood. Every person you admire, every success story you respect, has one thing in common: they carefully crafted their environment to support their goals. They removed toxicity, cultivated influence, and surrounded themselves with people and places that reinforced growth. Rebuilding your life is impossible if you continue to operate in a setting that contradicts your dreams. It is not enough to want change. You must also act by changing what surrounds you. Your environment is both a reflection of who you are and a blueprint for who you will become. If you want 2026 to be a year of transformation, then commit to creating an environment that nurtures discipline, growth, and positivity. Seek circles that challenge you to rise. Remove influences that pull you down, and align your surroundings with the person you are determined to become. The life you desire is not just built from within. It is shaped by everything and everyone around you. Choose carefully, because your environment will either elevate your life or limit it. Perfection is an illusion. Waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect version of yourself is a trap that keeps you stuck. Most people delay, hesitate, or quit because they are chasing an impossible standard. The truth is that progress, not perfection, is the engine of transformation. If you want to rebuild your life in 2026, you must embrace action over waiting, movement over hesitation, and growth over flawlessness. Every great achievement in history began with a step that was imperfect, uncertain, and often small. No one builds success by having all the answers before they start. What separates those who accomplish their dreams from those who do not is the willingness to begin, to learn, to adjust, and to keep moving forward, even when the journey is messy. Progress compounds over time. One small improvement each day may seem insignificant in the moment, but repeated consistently, it reshapes your skills, your mindset, and your results. Writing one page, making one phone call, Saving $1 or practicing one skill may appear ordinary, but these actions build momentum. Momentum carries you past fear, doubt, and hesitation. The person who focuses on progress keeps moving when motivation fades, when obstacles arise, and when the path forward feels unclear. They understand that action, not waiting, produces results. Waiting for clarity or certainty is a delay that delays your life. You grow by doing, learning, and adapting. Mistakes are not failures, they are lessons. Imperfections are not limitations, they are opportunities to improve. The pursuit of perfection creates paralysis, while the pursuit of progress creates freedom, confidence, and capability. Progress also builds character. Each step forward, however small, teaches discipline, patience, and resilience. It strengthens your belief in yourself and in your ability to overcome challenges. When you measure success by the distance you travel, rather than by some imaginary flawless standard, you create a mindset that celebrates growth, fosters consistency, and rewards effort. Progress is achievable every day. Perfection is a moving target that can never be reached. If you focus only on perfect results, you will never act, and life will pass by. But if you commit to daily progress, you build habits that carry you forward, experiences that shape you, and results that eventually surpass your expectations. Rebuilding your life is not about achieving a flawless outcome. It is about creating momentum, learning through action, and improving consistently. Every step forward counts. Every effort compounds. Every small victory strengthens your resolve. By valuing progress over perfection, you reclaim your power, move beyond fear, and take charge of your destiny. 2026 is not asking for the perfect version of you. It is asking for the committed version of you. Start today, keep moving, and let progress, not perfection, define the life you are building.